Alright, welcome back to a talk with the fellas. Today we'll be diving deeper into the movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
On the music side of things, I feel like this movie kind of shows like how people use music as an outlet during this time, and how so many people were drawn to the Soggy Bottom Boys because it's like good family happy music and like a time that's like really dark and hard. You know, people can turn on the radio and listen to music, cheer them up, and I feel like a lot of people were like drawn to music.
And then this is again like with the industrial age, kind of like it's spreading fast. When they were moving into this more like industrialized period, like producing songs like a lot quicker than they previously could. That also kind of adds to the nostalgia effect of like the old way of like, you know, kind of listening to music, old way of feeling. Now that we're in, like they're reaching this new era, you know, really. I think it touches on the nostalgia part of the country music that we talked about in class.
We did some research into it because I want to see if that whole scene was for dramatic effect or if it was like a realistic scene. And it said at the time period, like during the Great Depression, around the nation there were around 4 million members of the KKK. And at one point in time, there was in South Carolina, there was a really big like storming, and 500 members came into a jailhouse, broke in, and hung 8 black men just for like their crimes. But they didn't think the jail would be doing a good enough job, so they killed them themselves.
I thought it was just kind of cool how they incorporated that into the movie, and you know, when they pick him up and he's talking about how he just went to I think it was the railroad, and he sold his soul to the devil. He came back, and you know, or the crossroad.
Yeah.
They go in the studio. You know, he's playing the guitar well, and I thought they did a really good job of incorporating him in the movie, and I mean, relating back to the mob.
Also, want to talk about the only reason his two like people, I forget their names, that broke out with him.
Yeah.
They only broke out with him because he told them he had like $1 million hidden away, was it? And so they were so desperate for money that they were at risk. Like the one guy had 2 weeks left in his prison sentence. He was willing to risk the rest of his life and not wait 2 more weeks. So he broke out, about to put himself in line for having life in prison, just so he could get money. So like it kind of really shows you how like important having money was to them, because he was willing to put his entire life on the line for $350,000.
I think it's they really focus, like, I think every single decision that was made in this movie can be related to the poverty mindset. I mean, like, even the politicians you see discussing like what they're gonna do to their opposing candidate and all that stuff, like it's all with respect to the Great Depression. You know, it was the main like driving force in everyone's decisions, and like, you know, it was the main, like, you know, COVID was like for us, you know, like COVID had an effect on every single thing that we did, and it was like the main kind of driving like factor in